All right, and we are live.
All
Hi,
right.
everyone. I'm Sabria Morris, and today we have with us Ms. Njeri Warfield. And this is a friend of mine. We've been friends for years. We've not seen each other in years, but I met her at a dinner club of beautiful, awesome ladies in Atlanta. And hi.
Hi, and absolutely. Sabria, you've been one of the awesome women of that group. So, it's a pleasure to get a chance to talk to you and see you again.
Yeah.
And when I saw that you were, looking at real estate and property and getting into it, I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited because more women in real estate is just awesome. It goes back to even biblical, talk the verse that talks about she considered a field and she bought it,
Absolutely. Oh, that's good.
Real estate's in our blood, it's in our DNA.
Yes, honey, yes, in our DNA. And we really can do whatever. And
Absolutely.
yes, I love that. I love that. Well, thank you for joining us today. And so if you don't mind for our followers, just give us a little background of who you are or your company and just share a little bit of how you got into real estate investing.
Okay. I'm going to go a little bit back because I don't want to date myself too much.
Okay.
But real estate kind of is in my blood. My mother actually was the one that really got me going in real estate. She was a real estate agent for 30 years. And I kind of grew up going in and out of the open houses on Sundays.
Wow.
And I knew they had the Otis Spunkmeyer cookie, so I was going.
You wanted to get a snack.
I was like, I was going to get a snack and to talk to people. But I loved going through the houses because, a lot of them would be brand new or renovated or something like that. And I always have these really great designs. And the open houses that she held and the ones she went to were so beautiful. I mean, it was the first time I remember, first time I ever saw an all black bathroom. Like the tile.
I've never seen an all black bathroom.
Like, oh my God. And another one was they had a pool in the basement.
Oh, wow. Indoor?
Huh?
Indoor pool?
Oh, no. This was in like one of the open houses.
Was it an indoor pool in the basement? Oh, wow.
Indoor pool. So I've seen some beautiful things that just really, created a massive impact on my life. So real estate is really kind of in my blood. And, once I learned how to read a map and I would have had I really understood the full impact of real estate on my life at that time, I would have gotten into it far, 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 far earlier. I mean, like into my early 20s.
Yeah.
I'd have got into it when she was a full-time too.
Yeah. Did your mom invest as well, or was she more just on the agent side?
She tried to. None of us were cooperating.
We didn't know, right?
We didn't know. Like she had the vision on it, and she really, really tried to get me at a young age to invest and buy houses and property on our street. She was like, "These are really going to appreciate soon." And there's a property right now that she wanted me to buy for $140,000. And I thought, at this neighborhood, nobody, Right. The property's in Austin, Texas.
How much is it now?
It's one of the hottest real estate markets in.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So that house has been bought, sold, torn down twice, and they're building a new house in that same spot. Currently retailing at $750,000.
Girl, oh, and apples come in there. Like Austin is hot right now. Yeah,
yeah. Wow. I really couldn't afford to live in her neighborhood now. So one of those, So the neighbors that we do know is like, oh, just hold on to the property because their equity keeps going up.
I mean, that's a beautiful thing, and that's the thing about real estate. Like if you get in right. What I'm seeing, like even like a lot of people now are talking about there may be a bubble and they're all afraid. But if you buy right, you manage right, you're gonna be fine. And that's really an opportunity to come on in there and maintain easily or buy up some more while everyone else is running out of the market.
Yes, yeah, and I've worked with a lot of investors recently, and they're like, yeah, let people run out of the market, let them run out.
Let them run out. Let them run out. That's what I've heard too. So Well, cool. So you know what, on my channel, the Mind in Real Estate Investing, I like to start off with the question, just inquire about to other people. Do you feel like the mindset is important in being successful? And yeah, what are your thoughts?
Mindset is everything. Mindset is everything. You have to stay focused. You have to be determined. You have to just like push through every, negative thought, every, very kind and well-intended warning that you get, because people will, very well-intended, oh, you shouldn't do this. Oh, be careful of that. Oh, no. Yeah, I hear you, but there's other people out there making money.
Who are doing it, exactly.
Who are actually doing it, and Warren Buffett's, one of those things is, you run in where other people are running out,
That's right.
People jumping out of the market. It's the time for you to be real strong-minded and very focused in jumping into it. And not jumping into it foolishly. Like, it's a serious commitment because it's a lot of money, or can be. You want to do it carefully. You want to get good advice. You want to have great networking and great relationships. It really is a relationship business.
And I keep hearing that. And I keep hearing that. And the more I'm getting into that, seeing that. Because
people do business with people they know, love, and trust.
Oh, that's good. Say that again.
People do business with people they know, like, and trust.
Yep. I believe that. And that's why that relationship is key. And I had someone call me today about my personal home, what I am leasing out.
Yeah, all right. That's good for it.
And she said, she's like, what's your name again? Like, I think I could do business with you. Like, she just appreciated the way I conducted myself and the way I spoke with her, and just being kind, because there's some mean and rude people out here, like unnecessarily just.
As the more you get into the real estate business, the more you will see that level of unkindness. And it really is a business. And a lot of it is like, it's about doing business, but how you do the business is important. It's not just, it's like state of being. It's not just what you say, it's who you are when you say it.
And how you say it, the tonality, all of that.
Right. And your being is in that. But I tell you what never goes out of fashion, what never goes out of style is integrity.
And yes. And one of the things that I'm on the Think and Grow Rich thing. I'm studying that book again. And look, I got it all. It's all marked up.
Hold it up one more time. Hold it up so people can see it.
Okay, like Think and Grow Rich. Like
Napoleon
Hill.
Okay, awesome.
Ever. Okay.
Another book by Napoleon Hill. Where you recommend books for people? Hopefully, my whole following system won't crash here. This one called "The Laws of Success."
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
It's about 3 times as thick as Think and Grow Rich.
It's pretty thick.
It's an awesome book for life.
For life. All around life.
Success, saving, concentration, having accurate thoughts, doing more than what you're paid for, cooperation, how to address failure. It's a phenomenal book.
Wow. Yeah, that's great. I mean, and all that stuff, when you think about it, and like I forgot where I was going with the other thing, but I was trying to say what hit me, and it was like one of the things was the transaction has to be mutually beneficial to both people, to everybody involved, or it won't stand, basically. Right. You know what I mean? Like, you can't expect to be prosperous if there's not, you know what? I'm just gonna read it. How about that? Because that's how much I want to make sure I get it right. I fully realize that no wealth or position can long endure unless built upon trust and justice. Therefore, I will engage in no transaction which does not benefit all whom it affects. And so, by using that as my compass, right? Like, is this a win-win? Is this a mutually beneficial? Or is everyone getting something out of this? And it may feel like to other people they're not getting something out of it because they're maybe in a situation where they have to sell their home for a discounted price and not want to, but you need to. And so here's a solution to that problem, right?
Right.
So yeah.
Because some people, it's just a situation where they do have to get out of their house. One of the markets that we concentrate on is those markets, people in probate situations where they, can't afford that secondary mortgage on that other house, that so-and-so passed on and left them, or they're in a divorce situation. Divorces happen all the time. Things work. Sometimes things work. Sometimes things don't.
Or people have to assets. Or people have to move for a job. Right now, I'm having to move for a job. Yeah, and so you either can, if you can handle both, you handle both, and if not, you need some relief. So yeah, that's good stuff.
One of the things that I hope you get to talk about more is that are ways that people can keep their assets and continue to make them profitable, without letting them go. So
let's talk about that now. That's good. That's good.
Okay. All right. Well, so one thing that's popular that, is an option is using short-term rentals. I know there are restrictions depending on the city or an HOA situation that keep you from doing that, but it is an opportunity to have a vacation rental. So if you have something that is, you can't, actually continue to make the mortgage on it, you could actually rent it out short term. Do you know that the profits for short-term rental is about 3 times a regular rent?
I've learned that over the last few months. I've learned that, and how you can really make money from an asset you already own. That's and right. Finding a way to make money from that. And I think that's key. And a lot of us are having to learn how to go outside of those comfort zones to be successful and to tap into another stream of revenue that we didn't even know was there, but that could change your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And, one of the things that is also possible, a lot of people are like, I got a full-time job. I don't even have time to manage my own house. How am I going to manage another? Well, you can actually partner with somebody who's on Airbnb like myself and co-host, in that city. And we take care of everything, the linens, the messaging and everything else. You take 70% of the profits and we should take 30% as a fee. So you don't have to do anything other than have an agreement.
That's good.
And Airbnb pays the money directly to you.
So basically, someone has a house on Airbnb and then they partner with you to manage it. And then you take 30% of that. So that's wow.
And they do nothing. I do everything.
Oh, I love it. So you guys, Njeri is in Atlanta. So if you guys are interested in that type of service, I will paste her information, her contact information at the bottom in the description of the show notes of this video. Are you open? I'm doing business your way, but are you
open to other cities? It doesn't have to just be Atlanta. This type of service can be managed remotely.
Okay, so anywhere.
Anywhere.
Wow, this is good stuff.
Yeah, so why not? I'll do the work. You pay me a fee. You make your money and go do, pay your mortgage and, enjoy the rest, save the rest, invest the rest.
Because it's 3 times as much as you would have gotten anyway, there's plenty to share.
And you still get the profit off of the property. Or if you don't even want to be bothered with any of it, like I could do a lease and lease it from you, then I would Airbnb it and just pay you your monthly rent.
I love it. I love it. I love it. This has been good. Yeah. So we are, I feel like we haven't even started and we're already at our time. Oh
let's go for like 5 more minutes and then we can go.
We'll come back on.
We'll do a series. We'll do part 2, part 3.
Part 2, part 3, because this is good stuff. Like, wow. Okay. So you're a full-time investor.
I am a full-time investor. Me in corporate, 27 years. And I said, thank you very much. I see some other opportunities I've known for quite some time. I got interested in investing through Rich Dad, Poor Dad, through Robert Kiyosaki's book. Mm-hmm. And it really kind of opened my eyes to what was possible as an entrepreneur. So I've always wanted to do that. And I finally made the decision to go full time last year. And it's been a learning process, a foundation building process. But let me tell you, there is so much information about investing, about finances, about creating passive income that's out there that that no one talks about. Like we have our coffee clutches and our book clubs and stuff like that. We're missing the boat.
We're missing the boat.
Those are the things we don't talk about.
Wow. And to your point that this is a relationship business, right? You have just schooled me on that Airbnb thing. Like, wow, you know what I mean? Like, and that's my goal of doing these podcasts, is to get information from experienced people, experienced investors like yourself and others, and then to share that with other people so that we have access to it.
Yes.
So yeah. Thank you
so much. There's buying mortgage notes. There's actually investing, being a passive investor. There's actually getting money loaned to you that you can invest. I mean, there's so much. And I know for a while I had overwhelmed. I'm like, oh my gosh, what direction do I create? And then, I found out a lot more. You go in more depth, more detail. I'm like, okay, so of all there is out there, this is what I want to focus my business on.
And what do you want to focus on? Is it the Airbnb?
Yeah, so right now I'm actually wholesaling deals. And then Airbnb. When I find a great deal, then I'll rehab it. Sometimes, especially right now, the lumber prices and rehab prices are actually kind of high. And then the actual price of acquisitions is high as well. So the margins on the resale are a little bit thinner. So it really takes finding the right deal to rehab, not to have it end up kind of being an even thinner margin or actually being upside down in the investment.
Oh, yeah, no, that's bad.
That's what I'm focusing on right now.
Awesome. Well, that is great. And I feel like I'm at that point, because I started off learning about apartment investing, multifamily investing. And that's my end goal, girl. Like that.
Wait, we can have a whole conversation about that because there are ways that people can get into it, and it's so much less daunting than people talking about, like, oh my God, multifamily is and it's a hot market right now. Multifamily, because it's up so high, it's up 27%, and a lot of people who are getting into it are getting into multifamily. So it's tough. So if you can find a deal, go grab it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm what I like about it is that if it's 5 or more units, you can force that appreciation, right? And it's not based off those comps. You can go in there and do a little value add, and then just, value of the building skyrises, and you can pull your money out, you can sell, you can do however, right? That feels so good, right? And I haven't even done it yet, but it's coming, and it just feels so good.
We'll have some more conversations about that, because I'm like, come on, because I've got 3 people I can introduce you to give you the full width and breadth of that. You'd be ready for it tomorrow.
Yeah, and I'm coming. So I'm coming to Atlanta next week. And we're getting back, and I can't wait. Not that I let that stop me from moving on, but to your point of being overwhelmed, I just felt like, okay, I learned that way, and then I learned wholesaling, and then I looked into lease option, and then I'm like, because you can't do it all. I mean,
it's a lot. Well, here's the thing that I'm finding: the groups in Atlanta. The more groups that I go to, the more the whole business becomes a lot easier, because wealth building is a team sport. It's a team sport, and it's a relationship sport. So having more people that you're working with in the industry is important. It really is important. So yeah, absolutely. Keep getting involved, staying involved.
Yeah, absolutely. And to that point, I'm shout out my boy Andre Hatchett, who was on. I had a podcast. This is his shirt, own or be owned, and I choose to own, right? So, so with that said, I'm gonna go ahead. We'll wrap it up. We're gonna bring this back for part 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Let her drop some more gems. Thank you so much for joining us today. Is there anything you'd like to leave our viewers with before we end?
Believe and trust the process.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and stop the broadcast now.